Is anyone actually employed right now? Because I'm not. So I've decided that I am gonna give myself 100 days to create or build my dream life. My goal is to post one vlog a day for 100 days, and each vlog I am going to tell you guys which category of the 5 it falls under, and we're gonna hopefully go from there and we can see and track what happens in 100 days. So anyway, hello, my name is Bintu. I'm 28, I'm currently based in Toronto. I was working in tech as an AI adoption manager, and the journey to get to that point was a little unconventional. I studied sociology and I was actually going to go to law school, and then during COVID, I ended up moving to Toronto from Vancouver. Unbeknownst to me, this was January of 2020. 2 months later, everything shut down, and I don't know, I feel like during COVID and lockdown, so many people decided to take that time to reflect and to explore something different. So for me, that was pivoting from going to law school to going back to school and actually studying AI and management. And from there, I fell in love with design and innovation, and creating something out of nothing using code was something that was so fascinating to me. So once I graduated, I spent a year doing a startup. Unfortunately, it failed and I had to go and get a full-time job. And this was my first full-time job out of grad school. When I was working, to be completely honest, I had this feeling of, is this all? Or is there more to life, I guess? And especially going from a startup where I'm working for myself and I have to be self-motivated, but at the same time, the risks that you take in that kind of environment, or when you choose to do that, also come with a lot of rewards I think you don't necessarily get when you are working the corporate 9 to 5. And for me, that was freedom. My freedom is of the utmost importance. When I think about what my dream life looks like, the first thing that comes to mind for me is being able to just wake up every day and choose what I want to spend my time doing, and to not have to feel obligated to do something based off of needing a paycheck, to be completely honest. Part of that is also being able to explore, try new things, not be tied down. Being able to take risk as well is something that is super important to my being. For this journey, I really want to focus on figuring out what is next for me. I wasn't at moments, still am a little bit, I guess you could say, unsure about what's next, and it switches from being a feeling of excitement, nervousness, curiosity, and also fear. So I think it's two sides to the coin, which is that after it happened, I felt like this weight had been lifted off my shoulders, and I got my agency back. I can, in theory, do what I want to do. I can try new things, whether it's starting a business, making content, finding another job, maybe in the same field, maybe in another field, going back to school even. Now I'm in a position where I can explore all these avenues, but at the same time, I don't have the security that I had when I was working my corporate job, and I knew that a paycheck was coming. And so there is that level of fear where it's like, okay, I can explore all these avenues and try different things, but then reality sets in, which is that eventually I need to figure out a way to actually make a living. So I figure with that though, one of the worst feelings ever for me is feeling stagnant and feeling like I'm bogged down because of fear. Fear of failure, fear of doing the wrong thing, fear of taking one path and that going wrong. And so what I really want to get out of this challenge is to give myself room and space to explore, but to also hold myself accountable when it comes to just acting, doing something, rather than being scared to do the wrong thing. And so for this challenge, I want to come on here for 100 days and document my journey and my process in figuring it out. I also created blueprints, but mine are very, very simple notes that I'm gonna walk you guys through. And the idea is that these are very loose guides for me to follow. And my goal is that every day I am gonna get on here, show you guys a vlog, show you guys my day and what I've done. And my hope is that I can push myself to do at least one thing that falls under one of the 5 categories that I have listed. First category is self-care. So this can look like anything from me romanticizing my life, putting on a good face mask and doing an everything shower routine, getting my hair done, getting my nails done. This could also look like exercising, going outside for a hot girl walk, getting sun, and just making sure that I'm taking care of myself, eating healthier, making better decisions when it comes to nutrition and health and well-being as a whole and what that looks like for me. Because when I look my best and I feel my best, both outwardly and inwardly, that of course motivates me to get out there, to push myself and to do things to help create my dream life. So I feel like self-care, well-being, that is a foundation and a pillar for me to be able to build my dream life. So that is the first category. Category number 2 is nurturing my relationships and also nurturing my ability to extend my relationships. This looks like prioritizing my family and my friends, actually making plans and following through with those plans, getting on a FaceTime call with my friends and family that don't live in Toronto, and making sure that I'm communicating with them and really giving more into my relationships, which is something that I have and still continue to struggle with. And also making space for dating and romantic relationships and also building new friendships as well. And I think at the end of the day, relationships are a hallmark of self-growth and happiness and joy, and those are all the things that of course I want when I'm thinking about building my dream life. The next category is finding purpose. So this pretty much includes, as a framework for this, is ikigai, which is a Japanese proverb that I love for finding your purpose. And the idea here is that when you find something that you are good at, that you have a passion for, you genuinely enjoy, that you can monetize, make money from, and that the world needs, when those 4 pieces come together, you have ikigai, your reason for being, the reason that you wake up every day and get out into the world. And to me, I just have that at the back of my mind so much. And even when I navigate this journey, being unemployed, I think to myself, man, when I was in that role and doing the 9 to 5, it did not give me space to actually build that. And as someone that is very self-motivated, I'm an ENTJ, I'm fairly type A, it's important to me that I'm doing something that matters, both for myself but then also for the world. And at the end of the day, if I can find a way to actually build that into my dream life, support myself, this, that, and the third, then I'm well on my way. It can include trying new hobbies, going out and volunteering. It can also include working on side projects. So I have some of these things going on right now, and I'll walk you guys through that day to day and my progress that I make there. It can also look like applying for jobs in maybe the same path, AI and tech, or maybe a different path. And it's really just about getting out there and, again, having that bias towards action and just doing and trying and seeing what works, what sticks, and what doesn't. All right, number 4 is expanding horizons. This is all about pushing myself to get outside my comfort zone. This can look like going to different social events and outings that I otherwise wouldn't want to go to. This could also look like traveling, venturing out a little bit further out of Toronto, seeing different parts of the city, the community, maybe even packing up my bags and moving, and just seeing more of the world, being around new places, new faces, that sort of thing. So that is number 4. And last, number 5, is all about just taking action, just doing something. So whether it's me actually telling you guys, hey, we're gonna apply for 10 jobs in New York because that's something that I wanna do, and then actually executing and doing it. So that really just looks like new career moves and actually taking practical steps towards building my dream life. So that one is a little bit more of like a wider range one, but yeah, those are the 5 things. And I think what I really want to hone in on is that I want to keep this simple and flexible enough that I don't feel like I didn't do this thing, so I may as well just give up and stop trying. You know what I mean? I think oftentimes when you have such high expectations for yourself, when you do something like this and you set all of these rules and these guidelines and you're so strict with yourself and you do all of these things and set all of these very specific goals, at least for me, the second that things get hard, I feel depressed or anxious or whatever, I have a bad day or a bad couple days and I'm not able to do that, I get very frustrated with myself and I'm like, okay, like I'm just not gonna do it at all, So what I really wanted to do when I thought about how to actually build out this challenge for me was, what can I actually come on here and hold myself accountable for while giving myself grace and space to have moments where I'm not necessarily at my best, but to still challenge myself to take those small steps towards creating my dream life. life. So I really hope you guys come along with this journey or even join in yourself. Thank you so much for watching this video. Bye.